guys, a very good evening. We are back again. This session, I'm sure, will definitely open up your eyes on how you can plan your digital marketing for your brands if your brand is a D2C brand. And we have a guest on the show today, and guess who? The guest is Miss Sumi Ajmera, who is a digital strategist.
Hi, I'm Sumi Ajmera. I am basically a digital strategist. I started my journey as a coach and then I evolved as a digital marketer, digital strategist. And right now I'm a founder of DigitalVTalks, which is a digital marketing company. So all the freelancers and solopreneurs who were working individually, we all collaborated together to form this particular company. And that's the reason it's not just one dream, it is dreams of each and every one who is associated with me. Each one are working as an entrepreneur. So very well established. We are going smoothly as such, and we do work for B2C and B2B, and that's the reason. It's almost 3 years now. We have been working, and we have gone through all the pains and struggles for each of our clients. We have seen their journey. We have learned a lot, and we have evolved. Definitely, each of them, they are also happy, and we are also happy with the success and the new journey, especially after the COVID season, how we have evolved and how changes have taken place. It's really commendable. And yeah, that's the reason we are flourishing and long way to go.
Wow, that's amazing, Sumi. And I guess there's one important aspect that we will be discussing today with respect to businesses. That as I said earlier, also that B2C was a model that was very much very much in use by the businesses to offer products and services to their customers. But now D2C, that means direct to customer system or direct to customer marketing, is helping companies or businesses bring more sales. So going more into the depth of it, and today we will be specifying the use of digital marketing for these such kind of brands. And if I talk about the digital entrepreneurs today, or the freelancers, or the people who are solo entrepreneurs, like who are single-handedly handling their businesses, or they are having very less number of teams. So we know that these kind of people need clarity on what they should do to bring in customers to them, and that's where I think they need to focus on marketing. So what's your say on this?
Definitely, especially after COVID, we all have seen most of the corporate employees or those who were working as employees have converted themselves as a freelancers, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, coachpreneurs. Many coaches have actually evolved. So they all are desperately looking for how do we reach directly to our audience. They have definitely support system and all, but in this particular era, they are not very comfortable to directly spend. And that too, with lots of changing in digital marketing, people don't trust this digital marketing agencies easily. I myself have gone through a lot of pains. I have to first prove it and then we establish. So definitely that's the reason they all are looking how do we directly reach, so that it's cost cutting efforts as well. At the same time, we know what we are doing. That is what they feel, that if we work directly, definitely we are going to show better results. So my take on that will always be, start with something small, experiment, prove it, let it work for some time, make sure that it's consistent, then take a little bigger step, and slowly you can always grow. You don't need to directly jump. One of the core mistakes that most of them do is they want a brand website with perfect look and all the perfectly designed elements, SEO done, everything done, and after that they are like, now I'll start marketing. But by the time they actually start marketing, the SEO and everything is already been stopped for working for them. It's been evolved. All the changes have actually, there are so many changes that are happening in digital world. So you are already missed that particular chain. So just don't waste your time in going into perfection. Start with small. It's okay. Couple of links can be broken. It's okay. get started, especially focus first on your social media platforms so that you know who is your target audience, you are able to talk to them, you know what are the language, what are the colors. People don't actually follow colors also, they go for orange or yellow because they like it. So rather than what do you like, go just look at your customers, what they like, what they actually are getting attracted to. Based on that, if you are evolving and you are doing good thorough research, I think then nothing can stop you. And as I said, start with small, don't directly jump.
Wow, that's amazing. So as we were talking, Sumi, that yes, you said right that whenever you are doing something or whenever you want to market it as fast as possible. Like I would like to add here that you can even market your products when even you have not started creating them, because that's the right time when you come to know whether the audience is really liking such kind of a product or they really want it or not. So a part of your research when you are ideating your business processes, like business product or service, at that time itself you should do a little bit of marketing as a test and trial phenomena, so that you understand whether the audience really wants it or not. So that is something from my side. And Sumi, like what you would like to add here?
Sure. I'll give a step by step process. If I want to start, how will I go further? First, just identify the problem that you're planning to get solved for the audience. Don't look directly for how much am I going to benefit from this particular business. It's not going to lead you to success at all. Just do the reverse way. Look for what is the actual problem. When you ask why, if you have a burning desire or a burning why, once you have identified that, nothing can stop you. Just so make your grounds really very strong. Make yourself as strong as possible by your roots, by your base. So ask such questions to you at initial stage. Why are you doing this? What is the problem that you're going to solve? And then who are the target audience whom you are trying to help? That target audience, what are their likings, where are they available, what are their social media platform, when are they awake, when are they sleeping. You actually need to mock up how they are living. Once you are into their shoes, you will understand more of their that particular avatar. We call it as target audience avatar. So once you know more about your avatar, that is the time you are in a position where you can sell your products. As you rightly mentioned, even if you don't have the product, still you are in a situation to sell before the launch. We call it as a pre-launch. You can definitely do that, but before that, this ground rules are a must. So have more of surveys, talk to them, understand them. These are various methods how you can draw your actual avatar. Once you're once you have understood your target avatar, after that you know the right platforms where they are. Based on that, you identify what are the strong and the weaks of that platform. You need to learn those platforms. There are many of the tools and platforms which are actually available free of cost. So it's not always mandatory that you pay and then start something big. It's not actually that way. You can start with 0 rupees as well. But for that, you have to do your manual efforts, hard work. It is required. You cannot escape that. So either money or hard work. One of the things is something you have to pay. Few people here do one mistake. I'll focus only on product. I'll just give 100% out. I'll outsource my 100% digital marketing to the agency. That also is not going to work, because if you give it 100%, they don't know what is your burning desire. They don't know what is your actual motive of helping others. They don't know your USPs. So don't fall into such, as these are a small trap. Don't go into those type of things. You have to be associated with your digital marketers on regular basis. Talk to them, give them the push, give them your colors, because it's your color which has to go to the target audience and not the digital marketers. So make sure that you're linked to them always, and start with small. Maybe a simple Facebook, Instagram, you start with just one platform, and then you slowly move to two platforms, and then three, and then you go on a YouTube live, you go on bigger platforms. And definitely people always have a big plan. We'll have a they literally spend lakhs of rupees on websites and all. So I will always suggest, experiment on social media, see that your products are selling, you have understood your audience. After that, go into the thorough design of your website, because website once you have created, you cannot redo it immediately. It requires a lot of process, timing, and a good budget. So don't do that reverse engineering. It's always better to first experiment and then go into your website and other things. So start small, be safe. That will give you confidence also, because you have enough of profits into your pockets. You know that you are going in a right direction. It will give you more confidence. So I strongly feel this is the step-by-step approach. And once you have established, that is the time you will start building your brand. You will, by this time, you are very confident what are the colors that are working for you, what are the fonts that are working for you. Even you will resonate, at the same time your audience will also resonate. So use all those things and decide and define your entire brand. Do the setup part. It takes, according to me, it's not more than 8 months of time by which you will be 100% set up. So take this particular time, do it gradually, but be focused, have milestones, have the KPIs decided, have small goals. Start with small goals, but make sure that you're achieving that. And after each of these small goals, make sure you're actually celebrating those goals. That is equally important, because we just drain into our work and we forget all other things. So avoid doing that. Celebrate, have your success parties. It's okay. Let it be 10 rupees. Even if you have earned 10 rupees, I think you can spend 2 rupees for a small chocolate. It's perfectly okay. And also contribute. Contribute back to the society, because whatever we are earning, money needs to rotate. So contribute back, and I'm sure if you follow these steps, by default, you're going to grow. Nothing can stop you.
Wow, Sumi, thanks for laying those fundamentals correct, because yes, even I believe that if the fundamentals are correct, like, if you set up your basic foundation correct, then that foundation becomes your stepping stone for the next thing that you want to do, or like for your growth. So basically, like when we talk about businesses, especially when we have small businesses and when people are interacting directly with customers, that's one point that you specified,
Yes.
that you cannot leave everything to vendors. You have to pitch in, you have to do it yourself, some of the things, so that you are connected to your customers. That makes a D2C branding strong. Like, you are able to connect to customers while you are trying to sell them. So that's very important whenever you're trying to sell directly to the customers. And that's, like, I think, a very important point that has come up, and everyone should keep this in mind, that you cannot leave everything on systems, on people. You have to be there as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, where you are there, involved, and you are delivering value to your customers, so that they feel that you are there behind that product or service. There should be a feeling, because only you can explain why you have created that product, or why you are offering that service to the particular customer. So only you know it. Your marketing team, your other teams will not be able to connect emotionally to the customers, whereas like you can easily. So that's the space where, like, these kind of talks that we do, the platforms that we visit, especially like if you're talking about digital platforms, I would say, like, social media channels like YouTube, Facebooks, where we are going, we are talking live to people, we are exchanging our thoughts of what our niche means to us, and like, how we are performing and how we are helping others. So that speaks volumes about you. So always try doing that, because if you are subtracting yourself from this process, then maybe you are losing a important element of running your business solo. So as we said, that digital marketing requires some skills. It's known that you need to learn some skills, so that you can be a good business person. Like, as we said, a business entrepreneur must have some skills. So same way, like, what are the digital skills, or what are the digital marketing skills that any entrepreneur should have?
First will be creativity, 100%, because whatever platforms we are seeing right now, we associate more from creative perspective. So creativity stands always first. Second, data, 100%. Only creativity is not going to work, but along with that, it requires a supporting data. We require a good amount of research skills as well. So analytical skills are required. We cannot escape from that because social media or the digital world is not nothing else but it is all about data. So understanding data is mandatory. We cannot escape. At the same time, presence of mind. Apart from that, consistency, being an influencer. All these are soft skills which are definitely required, or the leadership skills. These all things are really required. But when we look from technology or the actual skills perspective, which are supposed to be learned, I think creativity, your innovation part, and few people say content is important. I will say data rather than content, because content eventually again it is nothing else but data only. So data, definitely it's important, how you are using, how you are understanding, and how you are delivering. All the three aspects of data, definitely it's something which rules the social media platforms.
Wow, thanks for this thought. And I would like to add here that as a business owner or as an entrepreneur, like whenever you are running your small businesses, it's important that you identify what skills you are not strong at and what's required in your own field, like, in your own industry. You can always do this by following some of the top industrialists in your zone, like, in your industry or in your domain, where you will come to know what they are doing to build their brand, and you can replicate those things and you can learn those skills if you don't have it. Like, if public speaking is a skill that you don't know how to handle people, or you don't know how to talk or how to give an interview, so these kind of skills need to be learned. You don't know how to speak fluently, or you might have some fears, inner fears, where we had lot of people who had camera facing fears. Like when we started pandemic,
Yeah.
people used to switch off their cameras because they didn't used to feel comfortable, like talking about or like showing their face to the public, although they show it every day. So there's nothing new, but it's just inner consciousness that doesn't allows us to be free. So if we now move to the next point, where, like, we said that we should not leave everything to vendors, but then somewhere digital marketing, if we are doing regularly, we will ultimately need vendors, because there comes a stage where you cannot handle it alone. So what should be the key points when we are looking for a perfect vendor for our business?
When you're looking for a vendor, first thing is looking for into the values. What is the value system that your vendor have and you have? Once that gets tallied, rest all automatically falls into place. So first will always be the values, and after that comes the budgeting part as well. Because few people definitely they do very good, at the same time they definitely cost also very good. But what for example, suppose I have been asked for a proposal. We just say, okay, 5 social media posts, 2 reels, and this much is the price. Rather than going that way, just ask how much is the reach, how much is the interaction, how much is the lead that you can generate for me. They may not convert. So later on, we can also see how much is the conversion. So what is the reach that you're giving me? Rather, if you all talk on those aspects and keep those as your KPI, definitely you will see you are in a right direction, rather than just saying, okay, daily posting ho raha hai, daily reels ja rahi hai, okay, fine, that's not going to work. It's always that you just see what is the impact and the outcomes of whatever the work that they are doing. So talk on those KPI lines, and definitely then you can associate with them if you resonate with what are the figures that are coming back.
Wow. So that's again important thing, like, how and what you should communicate to your vendors so that you get the results that you desire for. Because this is the complaints that I normally hear from people, that, we hired people, we hired a vendor, but they are not working for us. We are not feeling that we are getting results. So the problem is because maybe you are not able to give that particular aspect as to like what you want out of like what should be the outcome for the marketing that you are doing? What should be the outcome? Should it be sales? Are you doing it for value addition? Are you doing it for retargeting your audience? What kind of thing that you are going to do ultimately? What should be the goal of that marketing campaign is very important to communicate to the vendor. That is something that I feel is important, and that's something that I keep on mentioning also in different kinds of talks that we do, that always talk to your vendors as you're talking to your friends. Tell them, like, what you need exactly, and what's your future
Yeah.
goal. That's very important for them to set the strategies right for you. So when you are not setting the strategies right with them, and you are underestimating your own work and saying that no, 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 why to go for 3 reels per week, let's go for 1 reel per week. Now when you yourself are doing that, how can you expect the marketing vendors or the people working as team under you to give you results that you look out for? Then after 1 month you will say, hey, I mean, what happened, and why I'm not getting so much of followers? So definitely when you're getting doing 1 reel per week, what will be your followership after a month, because you're hardly doing 4 reels a month? So that's none kind of posting, like if you're talking about Instagram. So like, these kind of small things, like as to how many posting needs to be done is important, but what should be the ultimate goal of postings that you are doing, what should be the ultimate goal of thoughts that you are sharing with your audience, is ultimately very, very important. So coming down to, like, when vendors are done, and specifically when people have low budgets, because today we are talking about D2C brands. Most of the D2C people who do direct selling to customers are solo entrepreneurs or small business owners, and we know that they are tight on budgets, because it happens, till the time you reach that scaling point in your business, you are always tight on your
True.
budgets. So instead of saying that, hey, I'm very good, I'm very jolly, I'm happy doing charity, let's accept this fact that yes, we are having financial crunches sometimes. And when we are having financial crisis, then at that time the only question that comes to us is how we can save our budgets. So today, Sumi, like, I would like to know from you how we can save on our budgets on digital marketing. Like, although everyone wants to do everything, everyone wants to talk about, like, how you can benefit out of the marketing, how you can get better sales. But let's communicate on, like, how we can save on the budgets as well while we are trying to do all this.
There's a very simple solution for that: interaction, networking, collaboration. More you are with your people, obviously you will see the result. So make sure that you are interacting, make sure you look for collaborations. For example, there are many bakers who have started their journey right now. At the same time, there are many yoga specialists also. So why not a yoga specialist can always say, this baker, she is very good into making sugar free cakes, so they can exchange the promotion for each other. So this baker can always say, I make these type of cakes and they are definitely good if you want to be healthy. Another way how you can be healthy is this particular yoga trainer, she's very good, she's exceptional. So why not these type of collaborations and network? Definitely exchange of such collaborations. There are many networking groups as well which we can join. Rather than that, I definitely see social media as an open platform. More talk to people how we are talking to each other. We both have collaborated, we both are supporting each other. So definitely this way how we can support each other, just support, help each other. If anyone is asking you questions, big deal, you can always answer. It's not going to take much of your time. People start thinking, "Arey, usko secret bata diya. I don't know what will happen to my all the logic. They are going to be completed. All my business will be overtaken by someone else." But that's not the intention at all. If you help each other, you are just going to grow, because they are always going to support you in future, because right now you have supported them. So I definitely feel people is the answer for it. Networking, collaboration, talking, interacting. Even on social media platform, there are many people who are asking lot of questions on daily basis. For us it may be a silly question, but if you answer them well, it makes their life really very simple. For example, me as a digital marketer, when I just serve, I see a lot of queries like, will this color be good or that color? And I say, just look at it. Why don't you feel what I am feeling? Then I say, okay, they might have some issues because of colors or eyesight or whatever, and they are not able to take a decision at that. Or it can also be stress or pressure because of which they are not able to take a decision. If I simply give my views or my inputs, I think it's okay. It just takes 30 seconds for me to type it out. So helping in such small ways is definitely going to make you grow very faster, and you will see people also responding you. They will build the trust over you because you are talking, you are interacting with them. So once the trust is built, everything is going to go super fast, no doubts on that. Yeah.
Wow, yes, I believe that today it's the world of collaboration rather than talking about competition. Although entrepreneurs and especially small business owners have this fear that when we are running our businesses, we start seeing everyone as our competitor, and we feel that everyone is competing with us, or everyone will take away our businesses just because they are in the same industry and they are doing a similar kind of work. Doesn't really means that they're going to take away your clients, because your USP, that is your unique selling proposition, remains yours, and no one can else can bring that uniqueness that you are giving. So like if your product is strong, if your service is strong, if you have a good connection with your customers, if you know what they want, and if you know how you can offer them, then I think your business can flourish anyway, whether like you go for paid marketing or you go for organic marketing. I think it can flourish anyway. And networking is a key aspect of marketing, like because networking somewhere, it helps you to not only to collaborate but also get connected to new brands or new businesses. It increases a lot of sales. So what's your say on like connecting networking to marketing?
Network, there are multiple ways apart from whatever we have spoken, how you can actually further grow. You can go into influencers marketing as well. There are many influencers in social media platform who are ready to do it at various bid levels. So few people say, you just give me a product and I'll do the offerings for you. Few people are like, let's go, you don't give me the product, I'll just do the branding, you give me a code. So based on that code, whatever are the sales, I get a particular commission. So there are multiple ways how influencers are ready to collaborate with you. Be careful here while selecting the influencers. There are a couple of influencers who just have the bots who are working for them. So be careful that they are not having just the bots. They have the real audience whom you want. At the same time, for example, if I'm a digital marketer and a yoga trainer says, I'll do the either yoga trainer or a school teacher says, I want to be your influencer, it's not going to help me because school teachers' audience are the students, and I don't want the students to be my audience at moment for digital marketing. So be careful from those aspects as well, that you're looking forward for the right influencers. Second method is affiliate marketing. Definitely at moment, that is also one of the boom. There are many people who wants to earn after COVID. There are many of them have gone through crisis, and they are not in a particular state where they can stand up back with whatever is required to get at least the basics for their business, but they want to do business. So if you give them the option of affiliate marketing, that they sell the products for you and you share the particular percentage commission with them, I think that is also one of the best thing that you can do. By that, you're doing two things. You are not only growing, but you're also employing someone and making them as a independent entrepreneur. So definitely that is also one of the things which you can do. And third is definitely word of mouth, which it's a traditional method, but it's the fastest method. Word of mouth. I will say
The
at least
reference.
80% of
Yeah.
my business is word of mouth, even today. So follow all these practices, you will definitely flourish.
Wow, thank you for giving us these important tips. And Sumi, I think like it was a very good session today, where like we were talking about how you can brand your products, how you can sell, what is the kind of value that you should add, how you should save on your budgets, and definitely how you should choose on influencers is something critical that you shared with us today. Thank you for being on the show today and sharing these beautiful
I'm
insights.
really happy that you called me. I hope we both together have at least impacted a couple of people. Even if one, I think we are done. We are happy. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
As a business owner, I have been through journeys of ups and downs. I have been through a journey where my physical health was not supporting my mental health, and that both started conflicting and it started affecting my business. I know many of you are in such situations. I know we are in such situations as a solo business entrepreneur where we get stuck at one place and we find it very difficult to move on. Fortunately, I had mentors in my life who supported me always and helped me at every stage of my business. I could get this, but I know many people don't get this all. I could relate to the concept because I was from a corporate background. But I know the pains of the people who are not from a corporate background. They have never done jobs, but they started a business model. Now, if you are someone who is a solo entrepreneur running a business solely, then I have something for you. Here is a book that I have curated specially for solo entrepreneurs and small business owners. We have some motivational stories, some business secrets revealed by some of the top entrepreneurs who are successfully doing their business today. Right away, just click down in the description box, click on the link and grab your copy today.